hard you train, especially for Deontay Wilder, he's not going to turn into an astute technician since the last fight or the fight before that against Tyson Fury. So what is he going to change? He's going to be more intense in what he's doing. Maybe something was not right. But the beating he took the second fight was worse than the beating he took the first fight. So now Tyson Fury knows he's got a man to come to try and catch him a third time. So Tyson Fury's now properly on it, making sure he's prepping himself correctly. I believe the same thing will happen down the line in the third fight if it comes about. And I rate Wilder for saying he's gonna, unless Wilder can look back at both with the last two fights he's had with Tyson Fury and think, this is what I've done wrong. Unless he takes ownership of it, nothing's going to change.
Wow. Those are the words of Johnny Nelson as he gives his prediction on Wilder. Okay. Not necessarily the third fight, but on Wilder himself. And he's seen Wilder looking very, very massive, looking in, incredible shape. But to counterpunch that, first of all, when have you seen Wilder fat? When have you seen him fall off? You've never seen him looking like Dillian White in between fights. He's always looked the same way. I think it's just genetics, really. I don't think that Wilder has to do much to look a certain way. It's just people just built like that. That's how God made him. But he does look massive. He does look in good shape. Most importantly, he does not look injured. Okay, so back to Johnny. Johnny said, well, hey, he can put muscle everywhere, but he can't put muscle here, okay? And he's not going to turn into a technician overnight, okay? Now, the video clips I've seen of Wilder, he was doing a lot of inside fighting, okay? I don't know if that's really good for him or if he's cut for that because of his long arms, the way he's built, again, the physicality of Wilder, on top of what he can do, okay, his capabilities of throwing certain shots and landing certain shots that close, okay. And I seen him work in the bag, and it looked good. I noticed in the rematch he did get a good right uppercut in, the same uppercut he eventually shut out Ortiz with in the first fight, okay. But even that punch, I don't think had enough leverage on it from how he punched it because it was so close. Okay, Tyson Fury smothered Wilder. He did. He pulled a Sean Porter on Wilder. Okay, and he just beat him up. And one thing I did like was Wilder's footwork, and he's going to need it against someone like Fury because Fury had him and Javon Sugarhill has already implemented a game plan. Okay, they're just trying to perfect the game plan that they already have. Okay, that's why Ben Davison, left out of the picture the way he did. But him turning into a technician overnight, no, I believe Johnny. I don't think he'll do that. But can he work on some things? Sure, he can work on some things. I like how he compared, or he said, well, hey, if you bundle the first fight, the first Wilder in with the second Wilder, and he came together, and maybe he can, become more intense and get the shots off. Wilder needs the punch that he needs to land just like he did in each and every fight. Okay, now if he's able to do that, because a lot of people said AJ couldn't do that against Ruiz. As you guys can remember, he was robotic, he couldn't box, he wasn't fast enough. There was no way that this guy was going to beat Andy Ruiz, and he did it for 12 rounds straight. Okay, maybe the second round, but all the other rounds he did what people thought he couldn't do. Can Wilder do that, though? Does Wilder fight anything like Anthony Joshua? No. But it's up to Wilder to prove people wrong. But I do agree with Johnny Nelson. It's hard to teach someone that type of thing that quick, And the most important thing that he mentioned in this interview about Wilder was taking ownership of that. Okay, so we don't know yay or nay if he has or not, really. All we know is so many people, these hamsters throwing stories out there, in his namesake, about him rather. So it does give you the perception that he hasn't. It gives you the perception, not saying that he hasn't, but based on If you hear everyone else say 100 different things about you and you know that's not true, you need to set the record straight. Okay? But the third fight will be something that everybody will be watching simply because we will see how Wilder will perform against Tyson Fury, the third fight, based on all the stories that we've heard about Wilder and the team of Wilder and the stories and the rumors of Wilder. Okay. But Johnny Nelson, he was on the money with that. Again, I think that applies to Tyson Fury. Wilder needs to prove people wrong. He has a lot to prove. He has a lot to show. That he has the ability to beat this guy, because that's the guy in front of him on that day. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Johnny Nelson making a statement about Wilder. Is he right? Is he wrong? Leave the comment below. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.